In this video, we're going to go ahead and develop the app now for the products. We're going to sort of mimic what we did with our customers once. Since you've done this once, I would say go ahead and try it on your own. See if you can remember how to do that. If not, you can always come back and keep watching this video. I'm not going to have as much explanation in this video. I'm pretty much going to go through quickly, step by step. So let's start by reviewing our, and then we'll put it into Mendix. Right. So what we're going to do now is on the home page, we're going to take our product button and we're going to configure that. So when that's pressed, it'll come to the product list page. On our product list page, we're going to list the name, the price, the flavor, and the icing. We're going to have the edit button that will take us to the product detail or that new edit page in order to add new product or in order to view or change a product. You'll notice my wireframe is missing the add button, but certainly we'll need to configure our system with an add button in order to even get any products out there. All right, so let's jump into Mendix and get this done. Okay, let's go ahead and get started then. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to configure this container to go to a product list page. So I'm going to select something in the detail. I'll use my breadcrumb to come back and highlight the container. I'm going to open up the container properties. I'm going to say on click action, show a page. Which page? It's going to be a new page. And my page name is going to be product underscore list. My navigation is going to be Atlas default. Make sure that you change that. And the type of page is going to be a list page. And I'm going to select that very first list template. Okay. And okay. And we can see that then added a product list page. So I'm going to go and I'm going to open that up and I'll configure this. My title is going to be product list. Okay. And the subtext, again, you can choose what you want. I'm not terribly clever. And okay. Next, we're going to configure the list itself. The first thing that I need to do is I need to tell the system where the data is for this list. So I need to select that list view. You can do that by just clicking on something within the list, using your breadcrumb to kind of back it out till you find the list view. Double click on that. Choose the tab data source. It's coming from the database. The entity is going to be product. Okay. Do you automatically fill the contents of the list view? No, we don't want to do that. Okay, now we can go ahead and configure this right here. Configure the list itself. So let's take the very first item and we're going to edit that. Remember, we're going to add a parameter. We're going to get this out of the database. So every row is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be an attribute, and it's going to be the name of the product. Select. And okay. And that then defined a parameter for the name of the product. And our parameter name is like curly bracket 1. So that's what's going to display on that first line. Okay, and okay. And in the secondary text, we're going to double click that and we'll edit it. And a quick review. Let's go have a quick review at how we want this to be formatted. Let's go back to our wireframes. And on the next line, we want price. And then on the next line, we want flavor, then a dash, and then the icing. And of course, we don't want the word price and we don't want the word flavor or the word icing. We want the data from the database. Yes, so we're going to set up parameters for those. So in the secondary text, let's go ahead and add our parameters first. So we'll say new, and it's going to be an attribute. We want price, select. And notice that because it's a decimal, we can choose the precision. And because we're just looking at, prices of goods and services, we can select how many decimals, and 2 is exactly what we want. And say, okay. And that created our first parameter. Now we're going to go create another parameter for the cake flavor, select, and another parameter for the icing, select, and okay. So at this point, you should have 3 parameters. Now let's go format how we want that secondary text area to look. So we don't want the word secondary text, right? We want price on the first line, and what represents price is my curly bracket 1. Then I'm just going to push my enter to go to the second line. And here we want cake flavor, which is parameter curly bracket 2, 2. And then we wanted a space and a dash and a space. And then we wanted our icing, and that's represented by curly bracket 3. Okay. And okay. All right. And if we kind of click out of there, that looks pretty good. That looks like what we had for our design.